Hello, everyone. I wanted to showcase something because I feel like there was a bit of confusion with a couple things. So, for simulations, I think that it's been get a little confused on what could be considered easy, moderate, hard, difficult, and impossible. Now, the worst thing about this is that D&D is very bad with the CR system. It doesn't really, account for everything. What level everyone is exactly, how much damage an enemy can do, what exactly they have in the repository, that sort of thing. It's kind of difficult and strange to kind of put it together. So I wanted to kind of put together what I think would be more of a actual situation where something would be more easy than anything else. So let's say it's just let's say it's this crew of five, these five people. Now, if these five people went up against, let's say, I'm gonna put these three away. If it was just these guys, this is definitely fucking easy. This is easy as hell. These are just grunts. There's nothing they can do against these guys. These five will destroy them. Now, if they had both this squad leader and this turret, that changes things. Like this squad leader is he's a fire team specialist. He can assist in a lot of things. He's got energy shield. He's got storming shot. He's got stack to deck and stuff like that. But the issue here is that this group, it's hard to again account for this balance because Rhea can one shot almost everything, and this guy is definitely one shottable. Avesi can also do a lot of damage, and she's pretty bulky. Tandis can pick off the smaller guys if need be, and Zelane and Savage will keep everyone up with since they are pretty much going to be the support in this case. So even with these two in this, I would still consider this here an easy fight. Now, so how do we change that? How do we fix it? Well, the only way to fix it, in my opinion, is to either skew it with more difficult enemies like the Gank Commando, or provide situational, malaises. We can say that this area is filled with a noxious gas, and they all have the ability to mask it with their filters, maybe that you guys didn't know about. But if they have an air filtration system, of course, that's not going to affect them. So how do we make that more difficult if they have the air filtration system? Well, sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes it's okay for them to actually have been smart and prepared for that that situation. And so you reward them by saying, "Hey, good job. You don't have this problem, and you're still kind of dealing with a moderate situation." But if you want it to be harder, then what you can do in this case is you can say, "Hey, there is a gas in the system, in the actual room." And not only does it heart hurt you if you breathe it in, but it's also contact, and it can actually obscure your vision. And now the problem with this is that your dark vision won't account for that. So you need to actually get rid of the source of where this is. You know what we'll do? We'll say that the sources are going to be here and here. But they don't know they're there. They have to make active perception checks to find them, which is going to be difficult because they can't see. That would be a disadvantage. Now you can see how this has turned from a normal situation to a hard one, because not only do they have to deal with the gas that's obscuring their vision, and if they actually try to take their helmet off to maybe do something about that, they take damage. They also have to deal with all these enemies at the same time. So add hazards to your simulations. It'll definitely make them more difficult. Without having to artificially skew numbers, because that's the difficulty that some people loathe, is when you just kind of go, "Hey, I'm gonna make this harder by making the enemy hit harder." It doesn't feel more difficult; it just feels more kind of bullshit, So we can play this out right now. I'm going to say that there's gas inside of this room. And I'm going to signify this with a bit of an effect. I'm going to put a light in here. And we're going to just do this. And we're going to change this light's color. We'll make it green, I suppose. Now, it's just going to look like a light right now. But all we got to do now is just turn this. We have to go to a lights animation here. And we're going to turn this into a smoke patch. So it kind of has it already, but not quite what I want. I don't think it works the way I want it to. Is there a fog? I don't see a fog. Unfortunate. Damn. Oh well. This will have to do. This is going to be a darkness source. We can actually click darkness source here. Oh, here we go. And we can make this dense smoke. There we go. And we'll update this now. Now, if the players click on this, they can't see shit whatsoever. They can't see anything. The enemy, however, in this case, will be able to see. Because they have prepared for this and they have a particular goggles to do so. I think I'm okay if a player also says they have something akin to goggles to be able to puncture through darkness. Now, what's going to end up happening? Well, let's actually start this combat now. We're going to begin this combat. I'm just going to roll everyone. We're going to begin this encounter. Now you can already see I'm having problems because this guy can't technically see anyone. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to disable vision for him so that he can technically see. And we know he can see because he has that ability. Now, we can keep this simple. He's probably just going to shoot somebody. So he's going to shoot Rhea. And he missed her. And he's going to shoot again. And he missed again. All right, so that's his turn. We're going to move on now to Rhea. Rhea can't see anything. She's at a bit of a disadvantage here. She does have, I think she just has dark vision. That's all she has. But she does have blind sight, it looks like. I'm not sure how she gets them. But so she is able to see outlines of enemies. Now, that means that if she has blind sight, then this is a little different. Now she's actually able to see enemies, and since we know she can see enemies, she can attack them. So we're going to give her an attack. Was this a critical? It was a critical. So we're just going to fucking crit. We're going to, it's when in Rome. This guy's fucking dead. And we're going to now attack this guy. It's going to be normal. Now, this is a lot of damage. I'm not quite sure how she's doing that much damage. I'll have to go over that later. We'll do attack, because I actually didn't do that record. That is a crit, I think. We'll see. We're not going to do that. That guy's dead. Now, she's going to move on to here. And we're going to end her turn. Now, the Gank Commando, this is where a lot of the stuff that's going to happen is going to be really difficult. This is an enemy I'm not sure you should use unless you are certain that the players can deal with it. Because here's the problem with him. He is a berserker. He is a ballistic berserker. So we're going to have him rage now. Now, he sees this enemy over here that is clearly killing a lot of things. But this guy is not stupid, but he is enraged. So you can say that he might be willing to attack Rhea here, which would not be a very actual tactical thing to do because there are a lot of enemies around and he does burst. So we're going to assume that this is a harder difficulty, meaning he is a smart cookie. So he's going to fire at Tandis here. And he doesn't know how weak Zelane is, so he's just going to shoot this. And now they're going to both roll disadvantage because he is doing recklessly. Luckily, Tandis rolled really high, but Vessi did not. We're gonna do it again because he can. Damn, Tandis is correct. They both are correct. They both don't get... No, they do actually get hit. One of them does. Because his DC is actually 20 for this. And after that, he's going to stay where he's at because it's not a really big deal for him. We're going to move to a Vessi. Now, a Vessi... Does she also have blind sight? No, she does not. She does not have blind sight, so she doesn't know what's going on. She can see outlines of enemies. She can see outlines of people, but she doesn't see anyone. Now, I kind of know the player of SC at this point. I know for a fact what she'd be probably doing is trying to figure out how to turn off this gas, because she's more of a tactically minded person. So I'm going to have her roll a perception, but she will do so with disadvantage because she doesn't have blind sight. I'm going to say the DC for this is probably going to be 15 because they already are rolling, like, you know, they already have to roll like blind. Oof. But does she have Defiant? Let's see if she has Defiant. I'm pretty sure she does. Let's see here. I don't see Defiant on her sheet. So maybe she doesn't. Unfortunate. She does not have Defiant. But there is someone else on the table that does have Defiant. And I'm pretty sure they would allow her to use it. So we're going to say, hey, I need Defiant to pass this. We have a human right here, Tandis. So he'll use his Defiant. We're going to roll a 1d4, see if she gets it. She does. Good job, Tandis. Yes, I tell her, hey, yes, you do see the source of the gas. And the way I'll show this is actually I'll put a light. I'll put a light here and here, and I'll click this, and I'll make sure to click provides vision. Now I'm not sure if this will work. Let's see if it does, because the darkness can actually pervade to quite a few things. It can. So I'm not quite sure how to make it to where they can see through darkness the way I need them to, but I can always ping. So I'll tell her, hey, the two sources of gas are over here and here. Now, what's this going to make Avessi do? Well, Avessi used her action to figure this out, but she can direct people. She'll say on the northeast and southeast are the vents, and we need them off so we can actually see. She's going to begin to rush that way, actually, because she doesn't want to deal with this anymore. And that's going to be her turn after that. Now this guy's dead. Savage's turn. Now, I don't know why Savage can see everything. Let's see, why is that? Let's go to prototype token. Let's go to vision. Her vision's enabled. Very strange. Maybe because she has no vision things here, but also this would mean that she probably doesn't have any vision currently, which is not good. I don't know. She does have blind sight, though. That's very good. She's got blind sight, meaning she can see. Maybe that's why she can see, because she's got blind sight. But she's going to be, as she was told, hey, that shit's over there. Okay, cool. She's going to rush over here. She's going to use her action to dash over here to get to this. She could also use bonus burst speed. Burst of speed, but I don't think that's necessary. I don't know what other powers she has. Let's look through them. Let's see. She's got phase walk, so she could bonus action over here, which I will allow because she can see. And she will begin to look at this vent, and I will allow several different checks that can be used to disrupt this vent. She could use technology to try and somehow turn off this vent. Not the best for her, though. I would also allow a ability to actually cut into this. Because she's got a lightsaber. She could potentially, cut the something that's spewing the metal. Or I could give her a force casting check, which she could use to bend the pipe into a way where it will stop spewing the smoke into the area. Knowing Savage myself, she's probably going to use that ability too. Now, I think she has the intellect casting thing. She does. So she's going to use her casting modifier. Now, since she's technically touching something to make it move, I'm actually going to allow the proficiency check here because she's technically going to be doing an attack. That's how I'm going to rule it. So I'm going to have her roll int. She has a proficiency of 3. So that's going to be a 16, which I will say the DC is probably going to be 15. So yes, she has shut off the gas on this area. Now it's time for Zelaine. Zelaine cannot see shit. But he was told where the last one was. Being directly challenged, he's just going to run down that way. He is and then he feels somebody near him, which is not great. He does not like being near enemies. He is going to still, though. Actually, would he do that? No, he would not, because he's heard that Avesi was currently doing that already. So what would he do instead? Well, one problem that he has is that he's a very squishy individual, and he's very glad that he didn't get shot by that fucking thing, because he would have gotten fucking wrecked. So what's he gonna do? Well, I think I remember him having an invisibility, but I could be wrong. No, I am not. He does have invisibility. So I'm gonna make him cast Force Camouflage on himself, because that sounds like something he would do. So I'm gonna cast Force Camouflage on him. And I'll deduct it later because I don't think it's working right now. So he's going to be invisible now, and I'll make him invisible. No one else can see him. He's just going to back off and just kind of, take a bit of a. He doesn't know what's going on, so he's not going to start doing anything. Now this frontline soldier, he can see because all these guys can see. I've deemed it that he can see. So this frontline soldier is going to throw a grenade because there's a lot of enemies, and he sees. Okay, she would not be there. She'd be right there. Where he's going to. Actually, there's not a very high. There is. Yes, there is. He's going to throw a grenade at these two over here. Now we're gonna have them roll their stuff. Savage took a fucking grenade, and so did Rhea. They did not like it whatsoever. Yep, and so he threw a grenade. He's gonna, and then that's his turn. This man, is going to try and grapple Avesti because he does not want her to get to the vent. He has a good idea of what she's doing. He gets to do this twice because he's got multi-attack, technically. So he's going to try it twice. I'm going to have him roll twice. Now, Vessi is going to roll her athletics twice. She passes. She passes. He does not grab her. Now, this guy's dead, so we don't got to worry about him. Tandis. So Tandis cannot see. He is currently at a pretty bad disadvantage. He doesn't know where any cover is. So he's going to, instead, what I would say he'd probably do is, does he also have stealth? If he does, that's fantastic. If he doesn't, that's a bit of a problem. He does not have stealth. Okay. So what he's going to do is he's going to hold his action to shoot at an enemy he can see. Or an enemy that hits him, because then he would know the direction of where he was hit. Good timing, because, well, this turret can see. It is a turret. It does not give a fuck. And we're going to have him shoot at Tandis. Now, the problem with Tandis here is that he doesn't know where it's coming from. And this is Hellfire mode, which is going to be very devastating. And he fails. He takes a lot of damage for that. Now, if this was a lower difficulty, this would be this turret would be done. But since we're displaying a higher difficulty, I'm going to say this thing has a multi-attack, so it's going to fire again. And he passes. Tandis is crazy. Look at him. He manages to weave out of the bullet's way. That is crazy for him. I think that my gun might say something about this, though. I could be wrong. It does not. Very good. So, all right. Then he managed to survive. Good job, Tandis. Now, this Frightline soldier also knows that Avesti cannot be allowed to grab what she needs to grab. So he's also going to grab her to try and stop her from doing what she needs to do. He rolled really well. Let's see how well she rolls. She rolled poorly. She is grappled. She cannot move, which is very unfortunate. We're at the top of the round. This partisan is going to... he's got a free action reload because he's got a belt. I didn't put on his inventory, but fuck you. I said what I say goes. To do that free action. Now he's going to do something that everyone else hates, but I love. He's going to stack the deck. And that was his action. Does he have a bonus action? I don't think he does. I don't think he does, honestly. He does, actually. He's going to use his sharpshooter style. And he's going to mark Rhea. So that if she moves, he's going to shoot her. Which she will move. She will move to here. And he will fire at her immediately. I don't know why he's wrong with disadvantage. Oh, that's why. It's doing some weird thing. User not detected. I guess I'll have to turn that off later. But he would have missed anyways. So he misses her. She's going to continue her turn. She's going to attack this turret. Now, one thing I actually think that they have on default here is they have advantage. Now, here's the problem with what they currently are doing. They actually wouldn't be able to mark a Vornsker because they couldn't see the target. Unless she has blindsight. Which she does, actually. Never mind. She would be able to do that. We're going to do critical hit here because it does crit. And bam, that fucking turret is gone immediately. So that's a lot of damage gone. Now she's going to come over and she's going to try and attack this guy. This partisan leader. But he... Oh, damn. He'll use Primitive Nerve. Does that do anything? Let's see. Was that a crit? It was not. It was normal. Fortunately, he lost his ability to continue with his stack the deck, and now he is also shocked, which is rough. Let's see here. I actually don't know what that reaction I did. He can reduce the damage from his constitution. He did not be able to. He was not able to remove that much, but he's got a decent con. He's got about 2, so that reduces it by 5, so he gets 5 HP back. Not too bad. Could be a lot worse. Not really worth something using your reaction, though. This Gank Commando. Now, here's the problem for everyone else involved. This guy is fucking cracked. He is also raging. So he does not give a fuck what's going on currently. So, he is going to elect to use the more busted version of this weapon. He is going to step back and use Hellfire Burst. He's going to elect to use it in a way that won't hit the other guy. It will hit the grunt, but it is what it is. He's angry. And everyone here is rolling with disadvantage. Savage fails. This guy's cracked. He succeeds. And Rhea fails. That is a lot of damage. She's already almost down. He's going to do it again because he can. Oof, Savage. Rhea also didn't do great this time. Bam! Look at that. Rhea, Savage is a little squishy, but Rhea is not. Well, Rhea is kind of squishy as well, but that's a lot of fucking damage. And we already have 8 down Savage. Unfortunate. Avessi's turn. She is currently grappled. She needs to get out of this grapple, or she can elect to attack the enemy. In this case, she's going to elect to attack the enemy because if she just gets it, removes a grapple, she just wastes her turn, which is not very efficient. So she's going to attack this guy. She's going to use Faith, her weapon. I don't know why they look like this, but that's weird. She's going to attack him. She's going to have no advantage because she does not have blind sight, so she cannot actually mark him. So we're going to attack him. She does pretty well. She needs to make sure this guy dies, so she might actually use Force Empowered Strikes, which she will. And she does kill him, so he is out of her grip now. She's going to also attack this guy because it's better to get rid of these guys now than deal with them later. So she's going to attack this man as well. And she hits him. Good job. And she's also going to Force Empower him because he could be a bit of a problem. He is not dead, but he is pretty injured. She does not care, though. She's going to run to the vents. This guy will try to attempt. He will attempt to grapple her as she leaves to try and stop her from getting to the vent. He rolls really poorly. We'll see how well she does. She does very well. So she is not grappled, and she rushes to where the vent could be. She currently does not have an action, so she cannot actually interact with it. Zelane currently doesn't know what's happening. Savage rolls a death save. She's currently down. She passes one. Very good. Zelane doesn't know what's happening. He hears a lot of explosions, but he's not really willing to whisk. He's not willing to risk his current position, so he's going to remain where he's at to try and survey the situation. Now, this guy is going to rush after Avessi and try to grapple her again. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. He is not going to do that because he does not. She's where she needs to be already. So brawling her is not going to do anything. So he's just going to attack her twice. He's going to fail twice. That is his turn, though. He is a trooper, that's for sure. Tandis would have fired the thing, but unfortunately, it got destroyed before he even got to it. And I knew it would be a bit of a waste. Rhea is going to scream that she has someone in front of her. I'm going to have him roll a perception check to see if he can follow the voice and see if he can determine where to shoot it. He rolled a 3, so he does not. He cannot see, unfortunately. He is going to elect to do the same thing he did before. We're at the top of the round. This man does not like being engaged with Rhea. He can only do a bonus action or an action. He is going to elect to translocate. He does not have to deal with her. He's going to step over this way. And now His shocking should be off. Luckily, he did it already. Okay, cool. She does not know where he went because he's too far away from the blind side. But she does know where this gang commando is, so she's going to engage him and try to attack him. Fortunately, it's not a crit for her, so she's just going to do normal. And she's going to attack him again. This is a dex save, so he gets to roll with this advantage, which he passes. She's going to try to attack him again. This time it is a crit. It's a natural 20. This guy is more than likely going to die now. He is not dead. I made a really tough guy. And he succeeds his shocking. That is going to be her turn. This gang commando is pissed beyond belief. He is going to attack Rhea with a burst. She rolls a disadvantage. She failed. And he would have been able to reload as well, so we're just going to give him another reload. And he's going to fire again. And she fails. She goes down. Unfortunate for Rhea. And with his bonus action, he's going to use his med pack. He's got an improved version, too. He's going to use a bonus action heal. He heals 21, which is not that great. But he's just going to step over here. That is his turn. Vesti is going to break this. She's going to actually use a force casting modifier to stop this fucking smoke. She succeeds. This smoke is now gone. Everyone is able to see now. And they see quickly it is not a good situation. Her action is done. Savage will roll a death save. She succeeds. Good job. Zelaine, now seeing the situation, deems that this is a very bad fucking time. And he needs to save his comrades. So what's the best way to do this? Cultal Dispenser is probably the best way. So he will use Cultal Dispenser to try and heal everyone he can. No, Dispenser actually makes it to where people have to choose to, don't they? You establish and remove. Oh. Whenever you or a creature moves... Yep, so this will not actually help him very much. So instead, he's just going to have to try and heal somebody. And now, at this point, Rhea is probably going, please, please, please heal me, please, please, please. So he's going to do that. He would heal... actually, no, he's not actually, because... No, yes, he is, because... Rhea is first, but... Yeah, she's going to heal Rhea. So he's going to give her a Colto to ensure that she gets up. I don't know why it's not casting these things. Oh, there we go. Now, he would have probably cast it at a higher level, but at this case, I did what he needed to do. He has cast his ability, meaning he is no longer invisible. So now he is visible. So he is going to remain where he's at. Which he's going to move even further because he's an angry guy over there. And that's going to be his turn. Now this guy didn't hear no bell. He's going to attack Bessie twice. He hits her! Crazy. She does have Force Shield. Would this give her enough to stop this? It would. Will she use it against a frontliner guy like this? Probably not. So she will not do that because he only did 8 damage. He's gonna try again though. He's a trooper, and he fails. That is his turn. Tandis can finally fucking see. Hallelujah. Now, here's the problem: he cannot stealth anywhere. There is no cover. Now you could elect to add cover if you'd like to. I'm gonna say maybe there was cover. Maybe there was cover he could hide behind. I'm gonna say maybe there were some crates. And the way I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go into this little thing here called Mass Edit. I'm gonna go to Modular Maps here, and I'm gonna go to Placeables. Now I'm gonna go to Various here. No, not Various. We're gonna do Artificial Decor. We're gonna add a crate right here. Now, this will give him some cover because he could technically duck behind this and roll stealth because they can't see him and they can't see him if he ducks behind this cover. So I'll let him roll his stealth now. We'll see how well he does. He does pretty good. He is stealthed. He is a scout, so it doesn't entirely matter, but I'm pretty sure he would like to be in cover anyways. We're going to end Tandis there. Honestly, I actually did that for Tandis because I thought he was an operative. He's not an operative, he's a scout. Anyways, he sees that there's a bit of a pickle going on over there. He's going to see that Rhea is down, but she is now up again. But there's a reason why, and that's because of Zelaine. He's going to fire at Zelaine as a result of his fucking transgressions. He's going to fail. He rolled really low. We're going to fire again because he does have that ability to fire again. Unfortunately, he misses twice, and that's going to be his turn. He does have other things to do, such as he does have precision attack, actually. So he could use that. The problem is, I know that Zelaine has shield. So even if I did use precision attack, he would just, not give a shit. So that's going to be his turn. Rhea is angry. She's going to get up. She can finally see, for real. She's going to go approach this guy and try to attack him. And now, we'll see how well this does. She hits him. This is a normal attack. She's not going to crit. Nearly dead. Let's see if he passes this save here. Oh, he just took it for some reason. Whatever. We're going to have her attack again. She misses. Unfortunate. Oh, it only had a normal attack. She would probably roll advantage. Let's just roll again. Yeah, we'll see. She should hit. And now he's down. He's dead. Now it's Vesti's turn. We're going to have her attack this guy. Because why not? But this combat is pretty much going to be over at this point. Because this guy is actually not that strong by himself. The main threat has been taken care of. The gas is gone. And the group has succeeded in their encounter. Now, I would consider this combat, while there were some people who did go down, and there was a bit of an issue with quite a few things, as the hazards here. I don't think this is difficult. I think this is I would say, honestly, this seemed more like a moderate combat. And the reason is that Rhea pretty handily took care of quite a few things, and she had a blind sight thing. But you could say also that I would be rewarding people for having blind sight. So this could have been a hard encounter. I'm going to say this was a hard encounter. This could have gone so many different worse ways, but the players were smart and they stood spread out so that our berserker couldn't destroy all of them. We had them working together to find the vents and actually appropriately go to them and actually turn them off to bring a light back to the Wexy world. I'm going to say this was a hard, and they succeeded. And this is how I would see more so a difficult, more of a hard or moderate simulation. And of course, there were 5 people here, so you'd probably have to adjust it if there were more than 5. I would suggest you don't take more than 5 if you're going to do a group simulation, because it can be a little difficult for the GM to bounce. But that's going to be my showcase of how I believe a simulation should be ran based on their difficulties. Thank you for listening.